Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome back everybody. Let's take a look again on the cryptocurrencies. So in general here market also brings no surprises, mostly action stands in the same direction as in the Forex market and in the gold market as we discussed in today's videos. I don't know whether you have read our fundamental report on the Bitcoin market that we have just prepared in the beginning of the week or not, but there we have taken the in-depth analysis of the Fed policy, trying to make the forecast what to expect from the Fed. And if we have come to the conclusion that Fed is not at the pivot point yet and it will continue rate tightening at least until the end of the year and then probably in the first quarter of the next year, and the rate might be even higher than market currently anticipates with approximately 4.75%, we suggest that it might be even higher. And actually from that standpoint, Bitcoin reaction brings no surprises. It was not as strong as on the Forex market, but it is understandable just because market has lost big part of its capitalization. It is significantly fewer speculators remains on the Bitcoin market currently, and they just do not have sufficient funds to show the proper reaction in the market. That's why you could see that the performance stands relatively slow. On what we have on the higher time frames. First of all, on the monthly chart, what I would like to show you is that yes, we see that market stands for a long time around 20,000 area. This is vital. We explained many times why it is vital, but most important is what we have in recent few months. Take a look at the volatility and the performance these 2 months, and take a look at this one. It's very small. It's very tight. Volatility on the Bitcoin has dropped significantly, and market stands near the lows. So this potentially bearish combination, and potentially it could lead to the some acceleration in one or other direction. But taking into consideration the recent Fed statement, it's more chances we could get just a drop here. On the weekly chart, we do not have the big changes. Mostly overall situation with the double repo pattern, with this bearish dynamic pressure butterfly we explained in the previous videos. Performance this week stands too small to make impact on the weekly chart, but with the fundamental background that we have, we're skeptic on performance of the double repo. Well, maybe some external factors will happen that will confirm the technical pattern and that it anticipates appearing of these factors. But right now, with the fundamental background and other technical factors, technical indicators that we have here, mostly the bearish dynamic pressure, by our view, it's more chances to see the breakout rather than sharp upward performance. So on lower time frame, on the daily market, mostly confirming our suggestion of kind of the Gartner's triple. So this spike is actually it's not breaking a bit the idea of the Gartner's triple to sell, but in general, if we suggest that's just ignore the spike down. With this upward performance, everything picture stands really nice, and market turning down right at the fib resistance, this downward action. Take a look at the trend on the daily chart has turned bearish, and take a look at the angle of the crossing of the lines. This is relatively strong angle, suggesting that here we could get deeper action down of the downside performance. Besides, recently, as on the euro currency, we've got the bearish reversal bar on the daily chart. It also suggests at least minor continuation, but I suspect that it might be performance inside of the weekly flag pattern. Market could return it back down. And here is a very interesting idea. This has relation to weekly double repo pattern. Since we already have the closing above the 3x3, the second close right there. Now the 618 level of this upward action that we have here, which could be seen better on daily chart, the 618 support from this upward action has a critical value for the double repo. If market will break 618 support to the downside, return it back down to this trend line, it simultaneously erases double repo, and double repo turns to the failed double repo, or better to say double repo failure, which is not the canceling of the direct pattern, but it's also directional pattern, but in the opposite direction, and it becomes bearish. So that's why here performance will be very interesting and important for perspective of the Bitcoin market in the nearest weeks. Finally, on the intraday charts, what do we have on the follow time frame chart? Last time we said watch for these lows. It is critical for a bulls, and if market return back down and break it down, that will be destruction of the bullish context and inability of the market to proceed to the XOP. Currently, as you can see, market was trying to reestablish upward direction, but under pressure of the bearish factors, you can see return back down. Currently, this performance looks bearish, and I think that as market is testing on for the third time already these lows, the chances that it will recover and start upward action currently just phantom, especially on the background on recent Fed comments. I suspect also that Jerome Powell probably should know the NFP numbers, I mean payrolls, and well, there probably will be more or less around expectations. It's just as the statement from the Fed was relatively hawkish, and with this background, we suspect that chances on downward continuation looks more probable. At least currently, well, personally, I do not want to consider taking the long position. On the hourly chart, it could take shape of some kind of the hand and shoulders. It's not the perfect hand and shoulders, because take a look, these stops are very close to each other. But in general, take a look. I have put here some ABCD, which should be completed around 20 even, 1998. Right there, this ABCD pattern will be completed, which should become the point where neckline should stand. Then we could get some bounce in shape of the right shoulder. Maybe it will be a bit smaller, not as strong on this one, and probably there we could get some downside continuation. Also, you could treat probably this as a kind of a double top or something of that sort. But anyway, overall performance here with the current background looks bearish, and if you see some bullish context and you would like to buy, you could do, of course, but our view is that market looks heavy, and we suggest that bears currently have the advantage, and chances on the downward continuation looks, by our view, better than any chance that market will complete 2160 target in the nearest time.